welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Memphis players making their way through. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Big Daddy, and it's Park in the power forward position. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then there's Edey. With teams fine-tuning rotations in these early stages of the season, Richard, some players can be, I think, unsure about their role.
Hey, but that's part of the job. You just have to stay ready. Whenever your team calls your number, you have to go in and do the job that they ask you.
Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Rockets.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Jackson, that's good.
And he's no stranger to contact inside. Love watching Jackson bully his way through aggressive defense.
Here's Big Daddy, and the Spurs another three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Wells with it. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Richard the dynamic Ja Morant. He is an absolute fan and broadcaster favorite.
I'm trying to think of a more exciting player than Ja Morant, and I'm coming up short. Ja doesn't just make plays, he makes memories.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Big Daddy, and the Spurs another three.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Morant passes to Jackson. And that one drops for him. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
Here's Big Daddy. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Stewart checked in for Edey. Wilcox comes in for Jackson. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Wells. And Armstrong subbed in for Morant. The Spurs also with the sub. Fox, he's checked in for Stephon Castle. Pass to Big Daddy. Spurs working the ball around now. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And that's now 21 points for Big Daddy.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In the third spot, the Spurs.
They were intimidating at the defensive end. Blocking shots, changing shots. You had to fight them for every bucket last year.
Lets it go with a three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Armstrong. Still yet to score. Pass to Hunter. 6 to shoot. No good again that time. Spurs leading by 15. Wembanyama trying to free himself up. And the basket by Vassell.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. You look at Big Daddy, what a contribution.
We all know the message from their coach. Figure out a way to stop the hot hand.
Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Substitution on the court.
Collins looking around. Shoots the three. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Jalen Wells. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against the Pelicans was definitely a factor. He ended up with 12 points and chalked up a few assists along the way as well. He sent a clear message in his first showing of the year. Other squads can underestimate him at their own risk. Guys.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
Oh, I don't know. After you put up numbers like that, I think the defense starts paying a little bit more attention to you, so it might be difficult.
Morant outside. Pass to Hunter. The three. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. Wells kicks to Hunter. 5 on the clock, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Another triple from Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got 36.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Will it go? And Morant will lay it in.
Good D sometimes just isn't enough against Ja Morant.
Launches a three, and again for three. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. On its way from Hunter for two. Connects, the jumper drops. Hunter's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it's his decision-making, Hunter looking like a surgeon the way he operated that pick and roll.
And it's Big Daddy missing. Memphis has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long. Here's Big Daddy. From deep. The shot misses. And so it's San Antonio riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The three.
San Antonio, 56. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
On the floor for San Antonio, filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. And it's Big Daddy. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Park in at the power forward. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, We could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defenders.
When you see the impact of Jalen Wells and what he's done on the defensive end, Richard, it's still surprising he went in the second round.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of teams kicking themselves right now for passing on him because Wells has shown at a very young age how incredible of a defender he can be.
Stewart's checked in for Edey. Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Big Daddy. Good, that's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Harper with the steal. Here's Big Daddy. Sinks the three-pointer. Big Daddy's got 54 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Morant. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Oh, stopped at the rim. Victor using his reach to shut that bad boy down. Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Grizzlies have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Morant scanning the floor. They get it again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And again, unable to change momentum here.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Here's Big Daddy. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Big Daddy, and another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The floater, and San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Some changes for Memphis. Wilcox is checked in for Jackson. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Wells. And Armstrong subbed in for John Morant. The Spurs also with the sub. Fox is checked in. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Big Daddy, good, another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. For 3, Hunter. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got his, and again for 3.
Splashes home another 3, and he moves into second place all time with that make for a game.
Greg, you have to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going to go in. He just keeps raining it down on him. In the corner, it's Hunter. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Hunter's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so it's San Antonio with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what happened. And they're And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline,
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama, and it's Big Daddy in at point guard. And for the Lakers, we've got Dalton Knecht. Rudy Gobert is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Luka Doncic. And one thing we expect to see tonight, great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
And you got to love this Knecht kid. Started at a smaller Division I school, transferred up to play big-time college hoops, and now he's here.
And it's San Antonio's ball. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Big Daddy. San Antonio again can't hit. Stan, Rudy Gobert. He can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, B.A., and he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Knecht with the ball. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game. Beyond the arc.